Hey y'all, welcome to Living Real Life Outdoors. From turkey tails and trout trails to tall tines and tailwaters, an outdoor audio magazine protest, focusing on hunting, fly fishing, archery, firearms too, interviews and hunting and fishing stories. Men and women of the outdoors are conservationists of the wildlife we pursue. See y'all in the woods and on the streams. Your host, Legends of the Outdoors Board of Directors, Donnie Conway.
Hey guys, welcome to the show, Living Real Life Outdoors. I'm doing a solo podcast today. Apologize for not getting one out. As you can see, it's 91 degrees at 10:30 in the morning out here, so it's been really miserable this past couple, 2 or 3 weeks. Of course, we've had a mild spring and a mild summer, early summer. Lots of rain. It's kept it cool, but the farmers can't complain they didn't get enough rain this year. Anyway, my podcast today is on hunting and fishing outdoor vehicles, camping vehicles, recreation vehicles, things like that. As y'all know, I used to have a Jeep Wrangler, and to me it's probably the ultimate hunting vehicle. Heck, I'd rather be in it than I would a side-by-side, because it's quieter and it can go more places than a side-by-side can. Well, I mean, I can't say that, because the side-by-sides can go just about anywhere, but that Jeep would go anywhere too. Anyway, but I've been wanting to get a camper trailer, and you can't pull a hole. Forgive me if you got some static there. I'm messing with the dead cat. But you can't pull a whole lot with a Jeep. I mean, because I was wanting a bigger camper with some room, and you just can't do it with a Jeep. So I got to search around. I talked to a buddy of mine down in Texas. He's been a big Ford diesel guy for a long time. I've had 2 other diesels, Dodge 06 2500 Mega Cab. Had that 5.9 Cummins in it. Great truck. Started pulling camper trailers. 6 months later, traded it off for a brand new dually, 2012. It was right before the DEF came out in 13, and it was a hog. I mean, a beast. But in 4 years pulling campers, I ruined a perfectly good truck. I put 600,000 miles on that thing, and that's a lot of miles, I mean, of course, they say that Cummins motor is supposed to be a 1,000,000-mile motor, and Dodge wouldn't warranty it because they said the truck wouldn't last that long, which I get it. And they're a rust bucket after a few years. So I began seeking out another diesel pickup. And with the buddy that I have in Texas, he's a total Ford man. And I talked to him after I talked to a guy in Springfield. He said the guy in Springfield, it's all he deals in is Ford pickup trucks and diesels. And the King Ranch, the Lariat, and the Platinum, and the XLT. And he told me, he says, man, if you're going to get one, he says, get a 17, 18, or 19. And he said, because it's got aluminum body. It's got the 6-speed transmission, because a lot of guys are not happy with the new 10 speeds for pulling, because they're slipping gears and stuff. So I began to sort out the 17 model, because I wanted to stay in a certain price range, because I didn't want to be paying. I looked at his stuff, and he had King Ranch and Platinum and Lariats that were 17 and 18s, and there were more miles and more money. And I'm thinking, why do I want to pay that? You know, so I'm looking around Kansas City, Springfield, Missouri, St. Louis, Jeff City, Columbia, you know, just in the area. And I was on my way into Iowa, I was north of Kansas City, and I thought, well, I'll look on this car Gurus. And up pops this F-250 XLT. Well, the XLT is a work truck, basically. I mean, but it's a 2017 aluminum body. It'll never rust, so it won't turn into a rust bucket before I get it paid off. And it was in the right price range. It was a girl truck. She had it in Durango, Colorado. Took Pagosa Springs, Durango. She was on a horse ranch out there. She pulled horse trailers, but she ordered it, and I asked my buddy in Texas. I said, this thing's got 2 alternators. He said, yeah. He said, a lot of ranchers will order that ambulance. It's an ambulance package, is what they call it. Comes out with the molded trim on the fenders. If you look at ambulances, you'll see it in the Ford and the Dodge. They got the molded trim on the front. Well, that comes out of the factory like that. And of course, she put the big 20-inch wheels and 35 tires on it, and put this big cattle guard on the front. I don't know if you can see it. That's a big ranch hand from Durango Truck Accessories in Durango, Colorado. And then she put the rollover gooseneck and spray and liner in the bed with a big cover. And she babied this truck. It's in excellent condition. I mean, it's almost 10 years old. It's got a couple pings here and there on the door, and scratch, well, a few little small scratches, but it's never been damaged. We never had an accident. So when I seen it, it was like 40 miles shy of 95,000 miles. And by the time they got it down here to me a week later, after I signed the contract, I traded my Jeep in for it, and they had it listed for $34,000. And it gave me a $10,000 trade-in on my Jeep, which is what the Blue Book called. So, you know, unless I sold it outright, I wasn't going to get any more than that from a dealer. Anyway, that was maximum, because I was offered 8 or 8.5. And anyway, so, and I've got like, what, 96,600 on it now. And for a diesel pickup, that's not even broke in. You know, on my Dodge Dually, they said the break-in period is like 225, 250. Psst, heck, I ain't even touching 100,000 on this thing yet. So, you know, and I'm assuming the V8 Ford diesels and Chevy diesels they've come a long ways from when they first come out. I heard they were kind of crap years ago. But anyway, guys, sorry for this mic, because I got Spotify going on too at the same time, and I gotta watch my time, because I try to do 15-minute segments most, and we'll be coming to you with some accessories that I've been getting for this thing, and I'll show you one here in a little bit when I go do a walk around with the truck. Anyway, guys, but I sought out this truck. It popped up, and it was on a Monday. I was on my way to Iowa, and Tuesday afternoon I signed a contract for this thing. It knocked it down to what? After they added things on, it knocked me down to 24,000. But at the time dealerships are gonna screw you no matter what. I mean, it's just plain simple fact. Everybody thinks they're getting a good deal. They ain't getting a good deal. I mean, semi-good deal, I guess I could say. I mean, dealership's going to make you pay what they want you to pay eventually. It was listed for $34,100, I think, 200, something like that. And after the trade-in, and then they did the little add-ons. They did a 5-year warranty on my tires, nationwide, which I don't even think they'll last 5 years. Depends on how much I drive. I mean, they're nice tires. They're 16 by 20s, 35 by 16 by 20s. Anyway, and that's what the girl put on them. And I did a gap insurance, and then I did the add-on of 3-year, 36,000 mile drivetrain, and so that bumped it all. And well, they did undercoating. They did undercoating, which they said all that was free, but ain't nothing free. I don't care what they say. Anyway, they did an undercoating. They scotch guarded the paint job outside, scotch guarded the interior. Interior's in freaking excellent condition, guys. And and that bumped it back up to, I think I financed 34,000, so it went back up to where it was, close to where it was, maybe a little over what it was what I was originally listed for. But anyway, guys, this is my new hunting and fishing outdoor camping for camping trailers. Cause eventually why I want to get this, why I got this truck was either get a big tow behind, which I don't really like tow behinds, but I'm leaning more towards the fifth wheel, so that's what but I can tow 18,600 pounds with this thing, so you know, I didn't really want to go with the 350. I could have, but at 350s and what I was really wanting to keep my price range, they were just like, you know, 45,000. And I didn't want a dually because I was jumping them up even higher. You know, like I said, the XLTs, the interior is just as nice as the doggone Lariat or Platinum or the dang King Ranch. I mean, I don't care about any of that stuff. Shoot, how often you find a 2017 aluminum body 6-speed with 96,000 miles on it for $34,000? You ain't gonna find it that easy. And I mean, I searched for a good while, and but as you all seen in previous videos, I bought a trailer blind. So this thing's got a big hitch. It's got a 2.5 inch hitch. I gotta put a sleeve on it down to a 2 inch, and which I got coming, so I can pull that trailer blind around. But and that'll be, won't even like it be back there when I pull that thing. It's so light, 1,500 pounds, you know, and you got a freaking diesel that pulls 18,600 pounds. That ain't nothing. But anyway, guys, I'm out here, got a beautiful setting. I'm kind of bring this over at an angle. Maybe you can see some of the setting in the background behind me. Back over there. Can y'all see that? Is it showing all right? Got a beautiful setting. I'm out here in Merrimack Spring Park. I thought I don't want to go out on the farm, any of the farms anywhere, you know, because I'm dressed in shorts, flip-flops, and a tank top. I want to be simple because it's so freaking hot. And I didn't want to get ticks all over me, so I didn't want to spray down, put boots on, spray down, and all that crap. Sorry if that's making a scratching noise. I'm still trying to fluff up the dead cat. These little microphones got dead cats on them too. Anyway, it's hot out here, guys. I'm starting to break a sweat. But we're going to take a short break here in just a minute, and we'll probably end up finishing the last part of this in the shade, and then we'll, after we do a little rundown, you know, just a quick rundown of what the truck looks like outside. Open the doors up, forgive the inside. I've got clothes and stuff in there, and it's huge. It's bigger than my Dodge Dually I had. It's longer. I got to back it into places because otherwise it'd hang out on the rear end. And it's more room, you know, in the crew cab than what my Dually had and my Mega Cab had. So it's more roomier and bigger than what my two Dodges had. First Ford I ever owned, and she just babied it and took care of it. I mean, it's almost an immaculate condition. But Anyway, guys, we're gonna let's see if we can get a quick rundown here of this truck. As you can see, guys, this truck is just immaculate. I mean, look at it. She took good care of it. Got that big, beautiful ranch hand grill guard, the big 20-inch 35 tires. Oops, sorry about that. F250 XLT, 6.7 Power Stroke turbo diesel. She put the Nerf bars on the side. And you can see, I'll open it up here, that's roomy. Interior is really taken care of. She kept it in a garage. I mean, like I said, it's got a few dings. You kind of look and you'll see a couple little dings. I think that's when she opened the doors, and you can see in here that's pretty roomy. All my clothes and crap in there. I drive a truck too, so a lot of that goes in the truck. It's got the nice bed cover. It's got a rollover gooseneck, the B&W rollover gooseneck. Great looking wheels and tires on this thing, guys. And you know, big. I kind of call it. You can see it's got a toolbox back there in the back. That's where I put the gooseneck balls and hitches and stuff. 8 foot bed. And you can see that big 2.5 inch hitch there. I mean, that's not going anywhere. Guys, this thing was really taken good care of. Like I said, it's got the molded fenders. It comes out of the factory like that in the ambulance package. Just a quick overview of this thing. Beautiful truck, well taken care of. I ain't gonna say that I got a good deal, but it was a decent deal. And we're gonna take a short break and we'll be right back. Hey guys, welcome to the commercial portion of this podcast, Living Real Life Outdoors. Focusing on towing items for towing with your vehicle. This particular truck that I ended up getting has a rollover gooseneck ball, and I bought one. I got one in the truck, and it's a textured finish on it, and it came with these 3 oval rings, and I thought they were rubber, but they're a hard plastic that slips down over it. And supposedly that gives the trailer that you're towing a cushion when it's bouncing, you know, going down the highway. Gives it a cushion on the ball there, so it doesn't. And it supposedly helps. I don't know. The frame of the truck, frame of the trailer. I'm not sure. But anyway, I bought it and already had the short B&W, because it's got the B&W rollover. I already had the short ball, and I ended up buying this extended 2-inch ball. And I believe that's a 30,000 pound towing capacity on that thing. But and it's not a B&W, but it fits the B&W, and it'll fit right in the hole. Pull out and flip back over if I want to do it that way. I seen where the previous owner, there's a toolbox that's been mounted up way up close to small, probably only about that wide, about yay long, and they got the other ball in there, so that's where I'll start keeping this stuff. And then I want to go to the actual bumper hitch towing. I got a sleeve. I really thought this bumper hitch was a 3-inch, and I needed a sleeve to bring it down to a 2-inch, because I still have 2-inch drop downs that I'll tow behind here and use. I got 2 of them, and then I ordered a new one here on my show. But the sleeve was the wrong size, because I thought it was a 3-inch. The same with the new hitch that I bought. So I sent them both back, and I got them back yesterday, the new ones that I ordered. Anyway, so I got the right sleeve. It's a 2.5. Goes down to a 2. And forgive me, guys, I'm trying to do this quickly, so I was running around, I'm out of breath. Anyway, so I got the right sleeve, and it works perfect for the 2-inch. Tried them out yesterday after I got them. And then I bought this called a Weight Safe. It's a Weight Safe hitch, very heavy duty. I mean, yeah, you can see it right there. Very heavy duty. Bought it to, and guys, if you're on Spotify, jump over to my YouTube, and then you see it really good. It's called Weight Safe. And you can see that it's very heavy duty. Heavy duty. It's got a turnover, flip over ball, 2-inch on one side, 2 5/16 on the other side. An 8-inch drop. And anxious to try it out. That's what this is. The gooseneck is 2 5/16. That's all they make the goosenecks in. But I'm anxious to try out the Weight Safe. They actually have one. That's why they gave it the name. They have a design where it has a little scale on it, and it'll tell you how much your weight, how much trailer weight you got on the tongue or on the ball. But anyway, guys, this is stuff that I'm using with the truck as towing products. What I chose, Weight Safe, is not cheap, but it's heavy duty stuff. I got the 4 locks that came with this one, with the 4-piece lock. I think it's got 3 different locks, and one set of keys fits all of them. And so I'm anxious to try it out. Anyway, y'all have a good day, and stay tuned to the second portion of the Living Real Life Outdoors. Hey guys, welcome back to the show here, Living Real Life Outdoors, this second portion. We are out here at Merrimack Spring Park. Beautiful view out here. I thought I'd do this, because I'm in tank top flip-flops and shorts, and I didn't want to put on any tick repellent, just to come out here and do a video. Because I wanted to do one on hunting, fishing, recreation, outdoor trucks, or vehicles. And like I said in the past segment, my Jeep, I could freaking go anywhere with it. Pretty sure where I'm hunting, that I'm not gonna have any problems getting across the creek, even though that's a long son of a gun. I mean, it is long, man. It don't even fit in a parking space. I could be my bumper right at the line in the back, and still be the front part in front of the front tire up is into the next space. That's how long this son of a gun is. I mean, it's longer than my dually I had, and it was an 8-foot bed. And it's that cab. That cab's huge. And you can see the little pecs in the door, I think. There, I don't know if you see them. And I'm assuming that's where her kids were opening the door in the garage, or she was, or something. And they were hitting, because the garage was probably smaller than the truck should have been, but she got it in there and made it work. She probably had to shimmy out to get out. But anyway, guys, so this is my new trailer hunting rig. I like it so far. Never knew that I would, at first Ford pickup I've ever owned, first Ford diesel pickup I've ever owned, I didn't know that I would ever go with a Ford diesel, but 2017 I guess it was. Yeah, 2017. That's when I had my diesel pickup, my dually. I met my buddy down there in Texas for a 4-state turkey hunting tour, and so we got in on the farm and we had to go get something, so we went back in his truck, and he had that 2017 brand new, just bought it, and we went down there and oh great, got a car pulling up here. Looks like they're going to turn around. So anyway, we went across that ranch in his truck, and I was like, man, this is a comfortable ride. He says, you can't get no more comfortable than a Ford pickup. I said, I always heard the ultimate pickup truck would be a Ford pickup with the Allison transmission and the Cummins motor. Well, Ford used to own Cummins, but I don't know. So I heard somebody bought it out. I don't know who bought it out. And it's probably went to crap then, because Ford did the best deal with them. But I didn't want to go with Dodge this time. They don't make aluminum bodies. They said this thing will never rust, and having that undercoating is going to help a lot too. But and I'm looking at a fifth wheel. More than likely I'll be parking it somewhere all the time, and that way if I just want to get up and go camping somewhere, I can just hook up and go, but I wanted something that could tow some weight as well. And like I said, so far I'm pretty happy with it. I got I had to put new batteries in it, brand new batteries, because the other ones she probably knew she was going to trade it in, so she didn't mess with putting new batteries in it. But they were starting to corrode, and they're getting corrosive on top, and you could tell they were leaking a little bit on the sides too, and they were probably about 4 or 5 years old, so they were due. But this thing it's a beast, man. I know I ain't gonna have any problem towing anything with it. It's kind of what I'm the commercial part of this. I hope you enjoyed that. I had to send back the first one I got because I thought that was a 3-inch hitch, and it's a 2.5. So my bad on that part. But anyway, guys, I'm trying to get this to go out. I think I'm gonna try to get up the hill up here to, well, actually you can probably see her place. Well, you can't see it, but we're up high enough on to be the same level as her campground. So I want to do a portion with her, make that a number 16. I'm trying to get, try to do one every month, guys, and it's tough. I've had other things going on. Haven't had the time to do it this month. I've only been to Bennett, 3 times this year, and twice down here fly fishing. So, but when I get that camper, I may end up doing it before, I don't know. But when I get the camper, I want to make a special trip down to the North Fork in Arkansas, maybe on the White on the way back, but depends on how much I take off, because I'll be taking off for deer season. But this is gonna be my new hunting rig and my trout fishing rig. I had got, if I was running 65, I think I was pushing, what was that, 14, 15, 16, somewhere in that area, miles to a gallon. It's trying not to keep crossing my arms here. The guys, forgive me how I look. I mean, it's just burning up hot out here, and I wasn't gonna put on a shirt and jeans just to do this podcast. Anyway, I'm trying to drag this out for a few more minutes. We may end up with a short one, because I did go over a few seconds on the first segment. But guys, check, take a look at that truck. That's a nice truck. If you want aluminum body with a 6-speed, go with a 2017, 2018, 2019. That was the only 3 years they made aluminum body. And I don't get it with these. I seen some. I was interested in one that was up in St. Louis, and it was a 17 or 18, and then I realized it was a gas motor, a 250 with that 7.3 gas motor, and Dodge has done the same thing. They put that freaking Hemi in a dang a 2500. A Hemi motor does not belong in the Dodge 2500, nor the 3500. I seen them in the 35s. Some girl pulled up in a dually and she says, "Oh, it's got the Hemi." I said, "What the heck do you even want that? You're defeating the purpose of a dually." "Oh, it was cheaper." I said, "Well, get a 2500. Anyway, and they put the Hemis in a 1500. But and then they had the 7.3 gas in the F-250, and I'm thinking, what the heck is wrong with these manufacturers? That is stupid. That's the most stupidest thing there is. You got 3/4 ton or a ton. It should be a diesel motor, not a gas motor. I don't care what anybody says. And I know that 7.3 in the F-250 3/4 ton, you're not getting any good gas mileage. That's a gas hog up there, other one. Heck, I probably get better than what you get in that. Being a diesel. But everybody's told me that this 6.7 diesel is the best motor that Ford ever made. I don't know that for a fact, but seeing as how this is my first one, and I know the 6.7 Cummins is an awesome motor. The 5.9 was probably even more awesome because it got better fuel mileage. That's why they quit making it. They weren't having a lot of problems with it either. Same with the 318 and the Dodge, and then the bored out 390. They quit making them because they weren't having any problems with them. These manufacturers, if they're not making money off of parts on these motors, they quit making them. I'm thinking, you idiots, why mess up a good thing? The 318 was the best motor Dodge ever made in a gas motor. And then the 5.9 Cummins, that 6.7 Cummins is a beast. I liked it. But that first 225,000 miles, I couldn't get over 10.5 miles to a gallon until it broke in. And I ended up deleting it and crap eventually later down the road. And I got it up to about 17, 18, and there was a few times I'd got to 23, 24. And that was a good tailwind coming out of California. But anyway, I'm getting decent fuel mileage out of this with the price of diesel these days. I can't believe it. They're scum. They rip you off. The freaking oil industry is a rip-off. No reason that diesel should be higher than gasoline. It takes more to make gasoline than it does diesel. Oh, and then everybody says, "Oh, supply and demand." Nah, bullshit. You got plenty of oil out there, not supply and demand. It's just a rip-off deal, period. I know I drive a truck. I've been doing it for 30 years. I've been watching these prices for years, so. Anyway, I'll baby this truck. I thought about pulling campers with it, but I don't want to run another perfectly good truck because this truck is in awesome condition for the year. And that's all you do when you're pulling campers. I thought about maybe going into Pilot car because they make good figures. There's a couple of guys I know that I talked to, and they're doing 6 to 10,000 a month, and then they know a couple of people's doing upwards of 15, and that's pretty good. So I'm tossing that around. Anyway, guys, I hope you like this segment. Basically, I got this for a new hunting rig, fishing rig, and outdoor recreation trailer puller. Because it's a hoss, it'll pull about anything, I think. I don't want to pull anything over 14. If I went 15, that'd be the max. But cause you get a lot of them that are 16, and then you start putting in your stuff in there, you get it up there, and I don't want to go overboard with the pulling ratio on this thing. That's why I'd rather stay around 13, 14 empty weight. So anyway, guys, hope you enjoy this episode, and we'll get back to you later. Y'all have a good day, and sorry again for not getting out one sooner. I try to get at least one a month if I can. It's just been a busy month so far. Next month's going to even be busier because I sit on the board of directors for the Legends of the Outdoors TV show and Hall of Fame, and Ted Nugent is getting inducted in the Hall of Fame this year at the banquet at Springfield, Missouri. So that's going to be an awesome time. That's the 8th, August 8th. So that'll be fun. Have a good one, guys. Talk to you later. It's hot out here.
Thank y'all for listening and watching. Living real life outdoors. Hoping you were more informed and educated on hunting, fly fishing, product reviews, hunting and fishing interviews from men and women of the outdoors. Archery and firearms too. Remember, we are stewards of the land and conservationists of the wildlife. Pass it rude and take a kid, or someone else takes a miss. Living real life outdoors. From your host. Until next time.
Keep your guns on.